Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are making vegetarian cottage pie. If you haven't subscribed, please do that, and please like and share this recipe with other people. Start off with our carrots and potatoes. Peel them, wash them, and boil the potatoes. Today our main ingredient is going to be lentils, right? And because we save time on this channel, I am using the canned kind. It just needs a bit of rinsing and then we'll be ready to go. And we're also using canned tomatoes. I couldn't find fresh tomatoes, but if you can, please do that, especially if they are in season. Then we need some fresh chilies. You can use red or green. We'll also be using the juice of 1 lemon, a whole onion. It's a medium-sized onion. And we'll also be using some chopped garlic because we're trying to save time, a stock cube, some salt, pepper, and we're going to be using some herbs. Very important, we're using basil because basil and tomato, a match made in heaven. And we're also going to be using some thyme. We're also going to need some milk. You guys already saw that I'm making mash, so no mash without milk. And cheddar cheese. We're also going to be adding butter to our mash, which I will show you at a later stage. So yeah guys, let's get started. We're going to chop our carrots and get ready. And we're also going to chop our onions. Alright guys, let's get started. I forgot to mention that you need some olive oil. You can use any oil that you have to hand. Dice your carrots and onion into equal pieces so that they cook evenly. I'm using 3 chili peppers for this recipe. These were very hot. Adjust to your own taste. Come through with your olive oil. We're using about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. It's about 2 tablespoons. I make this so often that I don't need to measure. That's enough. And then we are going to go in immediately with our onion and carrot mixture, like so. Remember, there's also chilies in there. Don't make a mess like me. Remember, we don't want our onions to brown, so in order to stop that process from happening, we're going to come through with our salt, and we are just going to put in there 2 teaspoons of salt. Don't be shy with the salt. Remember, the lentils are still coming in. And then we're going to season it also with pepper and allow it just to keep going like that, right? So we are going to fry these off until the onions are translucent. We are going to add 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon of chopped garlic. You want to add, sorry, you want to add the garlic towards the end of the cooking process because you don't want to lose the flavor. So mix it all up in there. Come through with the cumin. We are using 1 teaspoon of cumin. You don't want to use too much because cumin is quite a strong spice. Mix everything together like so. Feel free to add coriander if you like the spice. My family absolutely hates coriander, so I left it out. And once you have covered every morsel with the cumin spice, then you can come in with your lentils that have been now rinsed and drained. And you are going to mix your lentils in. Make sure they are introduced to the spices really well. So this step goes really quickly. And after this, you are going to lower down your stove. And at this point, you are going to add your canned tomatoes. If tomatoes are in season, please use fresh tomatoes, but I'm adding canned tomatoes. And I am going to open this and decant all my chopped tomatoes in there. Stir that around. And now, because you've lowered your heat, you are going to add your stock cube, possibly a little bit of water as well, just to help the situation along. And then we are going to add our full stock in there like that. Add your hot water and just allow that to simmer for 20 minutes. Okay, now I'm pretty sure everyone knows how to make mashed potatoes, but once the water is almost finished in your pot, you are going to add some butter. That's 1 full tablespoon. And if you are vegan, you can also use margarine. So you've turned off your stove at this point, and you are going to come through with your thyme. Right, make sure you don't get the stalks in there. You just want to hold there at the top and strip it down like so. So hold there at the top and strip it down. We just want the leaves because the stalks are quite tough and we're not going to be cooking this for a very long time. I will say this, I have preheated my oven to 200 degrees Celsius, that's 400 Fahrenheit. And guys, if you're using dry herbs, definitely use a lot less, but I'm using fresh herbs. They're not dehydrated, so the flavor is not so concentrated. We are going to come in with our milk. Use any milk that you have to hand, and you're going to pour half a cup in there. Then we have to season, and to season we're going to use our salt. A full teaspoon of salt. Potatoes need a lot of salt, and we are going to crust like preheat. And from then on, we are just going to mash. Don't use a machine mixer or masher or blender because it makes the potatoes very gummy, and that's not what we need at this point. And that's basically our mash that's going to go on top of our potatoes. Alright guys, so now we have got our lentil mixture into our sheet pan like so. You want to make sure that this is one level, and then you are going to come in with our mashed potato that has thyme in there, and you just want to dump the whole thing in, smooth it out. Don't get to the bottom, but smooth it out like so. Don't worry if you got a bit of the mince or lentil mince on top. We are going to cover this whole thing with cheese anyway. And then we are going to come through with our mature cheddar cheese. And we need roughly about a cup of that on here. Don't be shy with the cheese, guys. This is what makes the recipe ultra delicious. So we are going to put that there. A cup of cheese. Cover it up like so. And we are going to go ahead and bake this. Allow your pie to cool completely and start cutting it. And that's the recipe. Thank you guys for joining me today. Stay tuned for more recipes. See you guys next time. Bye.